When was the last time you felt an insane amount of regret? Maybe it was one time where you were out and you saw this woman and you didn't even ask her name. And you're like, dang, I don't think I might even ever see her again. Or maybe it's something a little bit more serious, where maybe one of your parents was calling you and you didn't pick up the phone because you were doing other things. And then they ended up passing away and you think, dang, I wish I answered that phone call. We ended on a bad note. There is always a certain amount of regret that every single person might carry with them in life. And if you don't have any regrets, absolutely phenomenal. Everything happens for a reason, right? But when it comes to regret, the reason that emotion is so strong is because that's something that we can't necessarily change. I'll share a personal one with you. When I first started my fitness journey, when it came to actually growing my confidence, building the body that I wanted, I was very ashamed. I was very embarrassed too that I was trying to accomplish these things because I wasn't already there. I wasn't already successful with it. I felt these emotions that would oftentimes cloud my judgment and other times would prevent me from doing what I needed to do and what needed to be done. And through that, I was not tracking anything along the way. I was not journaling. I was not paying attention to the journey that I was going through along the way. And part of that reason is because I didn't see myself in the position of being successful yet when it came to developing that body. And I notice this with a lot of my fitness clients as well, is that when they don't want to track what they are doing because they are ashamed, they are embarrassed, they feel bad about themselves, the ones that separate the ones from being successful versus the ones that aren't are the ones that do track that journey and that do pay attention to what they are doing. Because when you document your journey, you are far more likely to actually become the hero and actually succeed. And it's not that you need to, take a video of this every single time and post it all over social media, but it's more so for the sake of, even if you do this privately, you're recording videos of your thoughts, what you are thinking, you are tracking your body weight. The absolute biggest one, you're taking progress photos. Actually let your belly hang and relax. See what that looks like. Obviously, you're going to feel ashamed. Obviously, you are going to feel some type of way about it. Take photos of you flexing. Look good. Flex for the camera. Try to imagine yourself in that future version where you can actually see yourself as someone who is lean, someone who's lost a lot of the fat, lost a lot of that weight, developed a lot of that muscle. Buy the clothes ahead of time that you want to fit into. Dang, I want to drop down however many inches on my waist. Let me start buying jeans that I can fit into. And that way you now have a visible goal that you can set up in your bedroom to where now you are seeing that goal every single day and you are thinking, dang, I'm going to wear those one day. Might not be today, might not be next week or even next month, maybe not even the next year, but I'm at least going to make my way toward that and start progressing in a way where I know that I can get there. And that's truly what separates the people that actually lose the weight and lean out versus the people that never lose the weight and they never lean out. They never build the muscle. Is because when you are tracking that journey along the way, you tend to visualize the success. I like to imagine it like this. I pretend I'm on a podcast, right? I mean, shoot, I even got Mike right here, right? I pretend I'm on some sort of podcast and someone's asking me the questions. What was it like when you wanted to quit the most? And then all those emotions flood back into my head. Well, dang. Well, I wanted to sleep in. I was doing everything and it wasn't working. I was banging my head against the wall, trying to figure out what was right and what was wrong. I had no structure. I had no accountability. All these issues and challenges that added up. And I couldn't figure out what to do, how to go about this. I couldn't figure out how to actually push through. But the difference is, instead of me deciding to actually just take all that and quit because it was too hard, I actually decided to nut up and push forward, push through even though I wasn't seeing the success, push through even though I wasn't seeing the results, even though I wasn't living in the body that I wanted to live in. So when I feel ashamed, when I feel like, oh dang, I really don't want to take these progress photos right now because I look like crap, I feel like crap, I don't have a pump going, I'm not carved up right now, I look terrible, my gut's hanging out, I just had a cheat meal yesterday, I screwed up on my nutrition yesterday. When all those things are going through my head, what really pushes me to still log it anyways is because I imagine the future. I imagine what it's going to be like when I have screwed up, No one's perfect. Everybody thinks you need 100% motivation. Everyone thinks you need to follow plan according to 100%. But in reality, it's not necessarily the plan that gets you there. It is the resilience. One of the best traits that you can build is some sort of resilience, whether that is for your own mental fortitude, whether that is physical resilience, or just a culmination of it, social resilience for some people in a variety of aspects. But when you have that resilience, you are far more likely to actually push through even though things suck, even though you aren't where you want to be yet. And so I imagine getting interviewed on this podcast and them asking me, what kept me going? Why did you not just give up when 95% of people give up before they actually get lean? And so I start to think, well, the separator is that I already believe that I can get there, despite the shame. Despite the embarrassment, despite me not wanting to do a bunch of things. I don't necessarily always want to go to the gym. I don't necessarily want to eat salad every single day. There's certain things that you just instill in your life and you instill as systems to actually see the results, to make it a lot easier. So that way that barrier of entry is a lot more attainable and it doesn't feel like something that is like someone's foot on your head, just constantly pushing you into the ground. It doesn't feel as suffocating. And so as you're tracking these photos and as you're tracking your body weight, and as you're buying some of the clothes that you might want to fit into down the road, what's the absolute worst thing that can happen? Maybe you fail. Maybe you don't get there. Maybe you quit for the time being and you just delete them. As far as especially even just taking a video, some of my clients recently, I've been having them take video journals of themselves. Hey, let me know your thoughts today. You don't have to share these with me. You don't have to share these with anybody else. Just record yourself talking about your thoughts. Let that actually run through your brain. That way you can process it. That way you can digest it. That way you have a better idea of how to attack the day tomorrow and how to finish off today on a good note. Get all those thoughts out of your head. Decrease that stress. Get a better night of sleep by doing that. Worst thing that happens, you just delete them. You just get rid of them. And now no one knows, no one cares. Maybe one or two very trusted people that you know that you are comfortable sharing this with understand and get it. Some of my clients, they don't have anybody in their corner. 0 people in their corner other than their coach, other than me. And they'll tell me this. They're like, yeah, honestly, like my family doesn't care. My friends don't care. My coworkers are making comments. Nobody cares until you've actually seen the success and you actually have seen the results. And for the ones that have succeeded at this point, given enough of a timeline, they're like, yeah, everyone's kind of just treating me different now. It's like my social aura has just completely changed and completely shifted. So worst case scenario, you just delete the stuff, pretend it never happened, and then maybe you try again next year. But best case scenario, what happens? Well, first of all, you actually get the physique you want. Through that physique, oftentimes comes a lot of confidence in there. So now you have confidence. Now you have the physique you want. You're down at a low, healthy enough percent of a body fat to where your testosterone is way higher than it was at 40% body fat. And you're feeling better. You have more energy. You have more libido. You have more drive, which helps with your purpose in order to actually get and achieve the goals you want. You're very productive at work. You are a leader to your family. Now you can be a role model to everyone around you. And that just amplifies even harder. Your spouse becomes more attracted to you because she can see your ambition and your drive increasing. And she can see your body leaning out and how you are taking control of your life. Now she's not just more attracted physically to you, but she is attracted far more mentally and emotionally to you because she feels that sense of security behind you. You're an inspiration. You're a leader. And now you're also living a longer, healthier life. You're here for a good time and a long time, not just a good time. One of my biggest regrets is not taking enough progress photos at the start, not actually sharing my thoughts, tracking my numbers on my lifts or with my nutrition, documenting how I feel throughout each of these things. I didn't always share all that. And that's something that I will literally never get back, especially after these past 10, 15 years. And even as a coach too. So even just by tracking and becoming more aware of your situation, that's going to help you see the results a lot faster than just trying to hit missing targets, hitting targets in the dark. You can't hit a target that you can't see. You starting to document your journey now significantly increases the chances of you actually seeing success, given that you are going to become that person. You are going to win in the end. You just need to track that process and you want to be able to tell that story because not everybody can tell that full story. They only have a quick highlight reel of what's going on and a quick snippet of their life when they've already lost the weight, when they've already leaned out. That's the number one regret every single person that I've talked to that's ever gotten lean has. Document your journey, do it privately if need be, Worst case scenario, you delete it, you try again next year. Best case scenario, you're an inspiration to everyone around you and you are living the life that you want to live. If you feel like this is speaking to you specifically, but maybe you just don't know where to start, maybe you just don't have enough of the structure in place to get there, maybe you just need the right push, the right accountability to get this journey going, to get this documentation going, there's a one-on-one coaching application in my description down below. Be sure to fill that out. I'll reach out to you. I'll see what I can do for you. Let me know what has you excited. Let me know where your pain points are. Why are you ashamed of yourself? What is truly going on? And I'll reach out to you. I'll see what I can do for you, and we'll take it from there. Okay? If this resonated with you in any way, be sure to drop a like down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.